Bayern Munich at the Stamford Bridge, and we'll also have Real Madrid also taking to the pitch. Barcelona will be heading to Napoli, while Juventus will be heading to Lyon in that Champions League action that resumes tomorrow night through to Wednesday. Now, let's move on now to our discussion of the day, where we'll be talking to none other than the Iron Lady of Gor Mahia, the champions, the record champions, and she's here in the studio, Sally Bolo. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Good to see you. This is the first time you're addressing my show.
Sure.
Great. But of course, we've interacted with you several other times out there. And yesterday in Kericho, were you in Kericho?
No,
Jana?
No, I couldn't make it to Kericho yesterday. But I watched the match, and some people thought that Zoo was going to beat us. Not
some people, including myself. I knew that Gor Mahia yesterday was in trouble. I was in Kericho. Yes. We did the commentary for KTN News. Yeah. And what a game it was. You must have been watching on
Yes, I did on KTN News. Yesterday, Zoo was a worthy opponent. They gave us a run for our money. And at some point, we thought, oh, it's going to be a draw, or they were going to win the match. But our experience came in handy. You know, when you look at the quality of the boys that we have, look at our captain, look at Lawrence. Those are international players.
Exactly.
So there's no way Zoo was going to beat us yesterday. And actually, we really appreciate the boys.
You must be listening to that conviction in her voice, saying that there was no way Zoo was going to beat them. In fact, yesterday's game was the 8th between the two sides. That is Zoo FC, a team that is based in Kericho. And for 7 matches, Gor Mahia has prevailed, except once in 2017 when you drew 1-1. And, you know, to have that confidence that there's no way Zoo could beat you, that's a mark of champion.
Of course, of course. You see, you look at the match preparation. We prepared well. Even though we have, like right now, we have some little problems. Not little problems, but we have financial problems. But that alone, the boys put aside and say, we want to be the champion. You look at the pressure now Tusker and Kakamega Homeboys are bringing on board. So our boys realized that yesterday they had to win, at least to keep the gap. To tell other people that, please come slow. That overtaking indicator that you want to put in, it's not going to work for us.
Actually, Gor Mahia have now moved to 48 points ahead of Kakamega Homeboys and also Tusker. Tusker drew 1-1 with Wazito yesterday, and that should provide some hope to you that this thing is yours.
We are not worried. Yes, it is still early, but what I can say is that as we are not worried about other teams. We take one game at a time. So we are ready to take the league because we have been playing in Continental. So there's no way next year we are going to miss. In the next season, we are going to miss in playing in CAF, you know. So Tusker are doing well. Actually, Matano is really doing well. Even Kakamega Homeboys. And you look at also even KCB.
I'm very sure Gor Mahia don't want to see Matano anywhere close to Gor Mahia. Remember 2012?
Yes.
He upstaged Gor Mahia. Is it still hurting or because you've won so many trophies now?
We can never forget the events of 2012. Imagine we were all at the City Stadium. And then Matano was on the other side of City Stars.
Yes.
And everyone, the entire Luo nation, you know, the entire Kogalo family, both who are abroad or in the country, we knew there was like Guinea Wasekao. But how it slipped off our hands, it still remains a mystery.
But so, this one is also looking like it's not a given.
Yeah, you will say that considering the fact that in the last 3 seasons, we have had a gap. You know, but this time round, it can be, it's so tight. So maybe it can go to the wire up till the end, or maybe 1 or 2 games remaining, and then from there will be a game decider. But for the last other season, you could tell that this is ours. Even right now, we still have the belief that we are going to take the league.
Actually, your son, your former captain, Zico, is also has brought KCB to the table. He's actually challenging, he's knocking.
Yes.
Are you worried about Zico's ability that
I can never worry
spoil
about
Gor?
No. You see, Zico is a legend. He's our legend. Zico has been a national team head coach. You remember when we took on Uganda in Kampala?
Yes.
You saw what happened under Zico.
Fantastic game.
It was. So Zico
he knows this game,
he knows.
Zedekiah.
Yes, he knows. And he's been our assistant coach. So this time around, when he left to go and be a head coach, that was a plus. You see, that he was moving from one ladder to another. So we know what he can also bring on board. But he's now an opponent. He should come slow. But I want him also to do better. Maybe probably finish the league second or third position. Yeah.
There's a question I put to your coach yesterday, Steve Pollack.
Yes.
That loss to Sofapaka, I think 3 weeks ago, in Narok, has given other teams the belief that Gor Mahia can be beaten.
That is true. What other teams have done, they have studied us. You look at right now what they're doing to our midfield. They are actually trying to neutralize us. And that win actually gave other teams the belief that they can do it. You heard what Sofapaka coach said.
Yes.
That probably that will be the last time Gor beating Sofapaka. But I want to tell the coach that Gor Mahia is very unpredictable. We made a mistake. Actually, you gave us a good game. We appreciate the fact that you won the game. But still, we are the husband of teams.
That is Sally Bolo, the treasurer of Gor Mahia. Just listen to the confidence she has that Gor Mahia is the husband of teams.
Yes.
Well, I don't know what that means, but like she says, Gor Mahia are on winning run now. They beat Zoo FC yesterday in Kericho by 3-2. Last gasp goal coming from Samuel Onyango.
Yes.
I was going through the social media even as we are doing the commentary, and fans were asking, where is Samuel Onyango? Where is so and so? But then he came in, he delivered the goods.
Yes.
Were you worried at some point that we needed these substitutions?
You see what our technical bench did on first half. Actually, they read the game. And you look at the substitutions that we made, those were technical substitutions. So Samuel came in. First of all, before Samuel, we had Elvis Rana. You see, we had some defensive errors, you could tell. You couldn't tell, actually, the way they scored us. So when he brought in Elvis actually gave us an equalizer in the first half. Now, when he brought in Samuel, you see Samuel he got pace. So we knew he was going to change the game. Yeah. So we were happy that Samuel came in and he gave us the winning goal. But it was a difficult match yesterday.
It was a difficult game, and Zoo FC twice taking the lead, but then Gor Mahia prevailing. One of the other issues that we raised, and you've just mentioned about Gor Mahia midfield, do you feel that the loss of Tobias Otieno has destabilized Gor Mahia's midfield?
It has, in a way, but I will say that you see, when you look at Tobias, he was there. Before him, we had Ernest Wendo.
Yes.
So our coach now should at least try to use the DM. You know, you cannot win a match when you don't have a defensive midfielder. Because when you look at Lawrence and our captain, they are both fantastic players. But
they're forward-minded.
They're forward-minded, so they're not tactically disciplined. So they leave the hole. As they try to go into the attack, now our defenders are now put on pressure. You know, that's why you've seen in our match against Western Steamer.
Yes.
You saw how our deputy captain, Joash, he picked a card. You know, because he was under pressure.
Sent off in that game.
Exactly.
And he told yesterday. We are talking to Sally Bolo, the treasurer of Gor Mahia, and by now you should know that she understands the game. The way she's explaining all those things, you know, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing, again, that you are a treasurer, a leader at Gor Mahia, a team that is steeped in so many traditions. And guys are asking, well, how are you finding it, you know, a patriarchal, you know, team? You're talking about a game that's male-dominated, but then you are there mixing up with all of them. How are you managing, Sally?
First of all, I want to thank the people who voted me in. There's something that they saw in Sally. You see, I was elected in Gor Mahia at 28. Imagine at 28 years old, you're given the opportunity to be the treasurer of the club. There must
not
be
just any other club.
Not any
greatest
just
club.
Yes, the greatest club in East and Central Africa. It comes with pressure, but there are certain qualities that, as a leader, you must have. You know, you must be a good communicator. You must be able to communicate with your team. You understand? And then the confidence, I will say. Because the confidence, you've seen even in our international matches, even the CAF matches, maybe you see our fans have been provoked, or either by the poor officiating, or maybe...
Don't do that. But your fans have been provoked.
Exactly. I will say even when we play against FC Leopard, for the last 3 years, actually since I was elected in the office, Gor Mahia have always beaten FC Leopard, within and across the borders.
I'm told that is changing in the next 2 weeks.
Exactly. Right now, I will say our Shemejis are doing well.
The beats of Opaka, the side that beat Gor Mahia.
That does not matter. But what I know, in a derby, there's nothing like someone is on form or someone is not on form. Right now, FC is doing well. I like what I'm seeing, and I wish them well. But FC will not beat us in the second leg.
That's a tough call.
But I wish them well.
Just continue with this point that we are talking about.
Yeah, leadership
at Gor Mahia.
Yes.
You know, sometimes Gor Mahia fans can be very impatient.
Exactly.
They put pressure on the office.
Yes.
How do you handle that?
It's a matter of understanding your people. You know their behavior. When they want to react, you know what to do. Most of the times, people have been asking me when I see our people maybe trying to throw objects in the pitch when we are playing. You've always seen me coming up from the dais, going down there, and I talk to them.
Brave.
The confidence I'm talking about. As a leader, you must be able to influence your people. When you tell them, please stop doing this, they're supposed to listen to you. You know. So it's a matter of also being committed to what you're doing and the passion for the game. I love the game. I played football. But I left it when I was in my fourth year at the university because I joined the student politics. So I did not have time to go for practice.
I'm talking to a politician. That's why you are able to manage those Gor Mahia fans.
Yes.
But then, would I be right to say that maybe
the
fans are calm now because you are winning, you are succeeding on the pitch? Wait until Gor are tested or stretched to the limit.
No, there are many times officiating has tried to actually push us to the limit. I don't know if you remember our match against Wazito. Look at that goal that Lawrence scored. That ball crossed the line. Actually, you can only compare that goal with the goal that we scored in Sony, if you remember very well. I saw you doing some graphics.
I did some graphics and demonstrated that it did not cross the line.
It did cross the line. But this one for Lawrence, actually, it was a beautiful goal. How they took it away from the boy still amazes me.
But the fans should be able to understand that this is football.
Yes.
And referees are always under pressure.
But at least they should do the right thing. Look at yesterday, the Zoo first goal. It was from a corner kick. Where did they took it?
Actually, I observed that it wasn't placed on the right place.
Exactly. So such kind of thing. So like the one for Wazito, the only good thing, we already had a goal. You know. So what we need to do is, especially on the officiating side, they should try as much as they can, you know, to make the good judgment. That alone, our fans
But as a leader now, have you taken steps to engage the referees committee and try to explain to them on the need or the importance of all this?
Yes, that normally happens. We have people like even GMT or Tieno. GMT is the biggest critic of Gor Mahia. So most of the time we have a conversation. I say, Mzee, you people need to do A, B, C, D. But we have seen, I won't say that it has been so much poor, but at times, you know, there's some lapses, especially maybe, let's say, a referee has traveled all the way from, you know, long distance. So you find that where they're supposed to be, especially the first assistant and the second referees, where they're supposed to be. So you find that they don't run up to the line where they're supposed to be. So those are
Gor Mahia fans will run to you as officials. Sally, look, the referees have done this, and you are now supposed to...
No, they will not run to you. You know, you will find others. We have notorious one, the big guy. I will not mention his name. Yeah. They will just want to run into the pitch, you know, but that is why we come in as leaders through our stewards. You know, we have our leader there, Lawrence. We'll call Lawrence. You will always see us on text or maybe calling us, say, I've seen something, please monitor the situation. But so far, so good. Gone were the days that people used to call us Gor Mahia Mawe, Gor Mahia, blah, blah, blah. That has really changed. When you look at our image, it is really changing. And our fans are growing up, even though right now some have refrained from going to the stadium. The
last time, I think, Gor Mahia, caused a lot of troubles in Machakos. Sofa Parker game?
Yeah, that was on...
2017?
No, that was 2014.
That was 2014.
2014. Time has
really
exactly. Yeah. And you remember we were banned from Machakos. We took the liberty to go and sit down with the governor of Machakos County, Dr. Mutua. We had a conversation, myself and chairman and our CEO. And we ask for forgiveness, and that's why nowadays you can see Gor Mahia, we are hosting matches.
Given the change that Gor Mahia, family, Gor Mahia nation has changed in the way they project themselves, and you mentioned about lack of finances and all that. What are you doing as an elected leader to monetize that good image now that you are projecting? How are you doing that?
You see, like right now, as I said, when the the moment the image improves, everyone will want to associate themselves with a brand that will add value. And that is what we are trying to work on. So when we talk of Gor Mahia, the value proposition, we talk about the fans, the fan base. Actually, that is what will make even sponsors come on board. They will ask you, what is the average match attendance? We're able to prove that this. And then now, the only challenge that we might not capitalize so much on the image is lack of visibility. Because when a sponsor wants to come on board, they also want to see, what are you bringing on board? I'm giving you this. It's normally give and take. What are you bringing? They balance. So we are trying as much as possible. And I also want to thank SportPesa. SportPesa, actually, they train our stewards and how to help on crowd management.
Sure.
Yes. Now, what we have done is through our stewards, we have branches. Now, branches, if someone misbehaves, we will know that this one comes from Kariobangi, this one comes from Dandora, this one comes from maybe Wazalendo or Facebook branch. So it really helps us, to curb the hooliganism that has been witnessed over time. Now, we are hoping that with this good image that we have right now, we can have partners on board. You saw us partnering with agrochemicals. And now we also have other sponsors that we have been in talks with that are coming on board. You saw us with, what do you call it? There was some bread that we were trying to do, but it has not gone well. Yes, remember the project. It's a lady that has...
Now you seem to have a clear, path you want to take in terms of this. But I think, how many days ago, you were quoted in the Standard newspaper trying to shift the blame of the financial, hardship to the Kenyan Premier League. And I thought, well, maybe you'll have this opportunity to explain exactly what did you mean.
Not really.
Is it not for the office to look for the finances?
No, it is legally, rightfully belongs to us. Because when the league started, they said, if you win the league, you're going to take 4 million. Now, we won the league. We are waiting for that 4 million to come. It is something that it is ours. We are not supposed to beg for it. By right, we are not supposed to beg for it. Because we have invested. In Gor Mahia, our monthly wage bill is 5.5 million. That is salary alone. You have not talked about...
That's huge.
Yes, you have not talked about transport allowance. You have not talked about accommodation, transport, So we expected KPL that after winning the league, they ought to have wired the money into our accounts. Okay, they're saying that the sponsor pulled away. When did season 2018-2019 start? When did SportPesa pull out? You know, so they ought to have done something, because at the beginning of the season, they know within their budget that we must have a winner. Even if it is not Gor Mahia, I assume it was Tusker or maybe was it or maybe Kariobangi Sharks. They knew that once the league ends, we need 4 million. So what happened? They will say that SportPesa did not give them the money, remit the money. But there's something they need to do. I'm not really trying to shift the blame, because as I said, this money is ours because we won the league. Now, I also talked about the TV rights.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, that's a very contentious issue. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not trying to bash anyone. You see, when you look at the KPL, they've been doing a good job from 2010 to 2016. Kenya Premier League was the talk of the town. Not even the town, even Africa. You know, we had fans, and even Tanzania, we have people in Uganda, they used to admire our league because every now and then we had good coverage of the league. And that is why you're seeing we had other sponsors on board. You remember we had Tuzo, you know. So at least that one alone was giving even the players, you know, the visibility. Our players, you know, now at least we have Kenyans playing abroad, you know. Right now, players cannot even access their own videos. If someone needs a player from Kenya, maybe to go to Europe or maybe to go to West Africa or North Africa, they will ask for your video and your CV. If all matches are not aired, you know, where will they get them? Another thing is, it is a free-to-air. Free-to-air, my dear. Players don't get anything. They're the main stakeholders in this football. So if they cannot enjoy... The
partnership between KPL and La Liga, as we wind up, was that the clubs should use such a video, such a high-quality broadcast to monetize it, to approach advertisers or even sponsors.
It is not a bad project, but I will say that other individuals are the ones benefiting. For example, I think Media Pro is the one that does the production, right? Then they have employees who are going to earn money. They will be traveling. You know, they enjoy because their professionalism, they have to be paid for it. But how about the players that you are traveling far? Like yesterday, you left Nairobi to go to Kericho. I believe everything was catered for. Yeah, you traveled well. But look at Gor Mahia. You went to cover our match, you see. When Gor Mahia plays against Zoo Kericho, you saw the stadium full. So, which means even Zoo actually gained, there's monetary gain, you know.
It was there.
Yes.
I hope this is a conversation that you'll take right inside the Kenyan Premier League so that you hold it. But now,
so what they need to do,
yes.
let me just finish my statement. Yeah. What they need to do, Kenya Premier League, they should stop putting all the teams in one basket. Because the value of Gor Mahia and the value of AFC Leopard is huge compared to other teams in the Kenya Premier League. I'm not being disrespectful to anyone in the Kenya Premier League, any team, because personally I need them. We cannot, both Gor Mahia and AFC Leopard cannot play in the league, the two of them alone. But our values are different. Yeah,
I'll be looking forward to engaging you in that conversation so that we get that debate going for the good of Kenyan game. But then in 2 sentences, I won't let you go without asking you this question.
Yes.
You failed to submit your nomination papers to the forthcoming FKF elections. Is it that you chickened out?
No, I did not fail. When you say you failed, it's like no show. No. I did not fail and I did not chicken out. I've just put it on hold. You know, I was looking at the entire process. We have the case. It is the federation that took the case to the tribunal, against the sport registrar. Now, we have 60 people that have been joined in the petition. All of them have different petition. Now, when you look at one of the praise of the federation, they said that they will want this case to be heard and determined in order for the board to do their...
To begin the election process.
To begin the process. But now, before the case is determined, is heard and determined, the process is on. Mm-hmm. So even themselves, what they have actually pleaded for, they have gone against, you know. So there's a lot of litigation issues surrounding these elections.
That you want clear.
That I want it clear. I want football to win, you know. Not that I chickened out. I just want all the stakeholders to move forward into one direction. Okay. One goal is to be football.
Thank you.
Yes.
That is Sally Bolo, the treasurer of Gor Mahia, the record 18-time Kenyan champions, and they're on course also to defending it. I hope you'll extend the record to 19.
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. We look forward to hosting you once again.
Yes.
And in this studio of ours, so that you begin to help us understand what you are doing in the world of football.
Thank you so much.
That has been